Episode 21, Time Reversal. The episode began with the sound of slow breathing. The time cameras around Zennar moved on their own, as if every atom of time was trying to align with his newfound power. The silver light that had surrounded his body since the last episode began to dim slightly, but it didn't disappear. It remained constant, dominant, and almost conscious. Rayana looked at him with a mixture of fear and admiration. Zennar, the time around you is abnormal. All our devices are recording time pulses that aren't in any record. Zennar, everything is clear now. The past, the future, the times that haven't yet been created. Rimal took a step closer and raised an eyebrow. If you can really see all this, then you must have seen who started the chain of collapses. Zennar stood up and focused his gaze on a point in the portal, not a person. Time. Everyone was stunned. Rayana said, "How can time invade time?" Zennar looked at her and said, "The first circle that opened wasn't a natural event. It was an entire timeline trying to enter ours. One. The first reversal. Suddenly, the gate shook violently. Silver lines appeared on the station ceiling, like time fissures opening. A sound like a howl of wind came from them. Rimal shouted, "That's a reversal. A time reversal." Rayana, what does that mean? Rimal, it means one timeline entered another by mistake, and the result is catastrophic. A strange timeline began to leak from the fissure. Streets from the future appeared for a moment, flying cars, giant towers, people walking at the speed of light, then they all vanished suddenly. Zennar stood in the middle of the reversal and said, "This timeline is trying to hold on to this place." 2. First attempt at control. Rayana shouted, "Zennar, if time is reversing, you must stabilize it. Use your new ability." Zennar reached out. The silver light gathered and formed a complete circle around the time rift. But suddenly, the energy bounced back at him. He was thrown backward and fell to the ground. Rayana, Zennar. As he struggled to his feet, he said, "This power isn't just opening a portal. It's a power older than anything we've ever known." Rimal looked at him and said, "You need a balance between time periods, not a single force." 3. Harmony with intertwined time periods. Zennar stood amidst the temporal noise, closed his eyes, and felt every time passing round him. A time from the future, a time from the past, a time yet to be born, and he began to harmonize with them. A faint light emanated from his chest, then a brighter light from his hand, then a third circle appeared around his leg. Rimal looked astonished. He is creating 3 time levels. Rayana, this isn't a power, it's a complete system. The 3 circles merged into one, and the gate shook violently, and the rift began to close gradually. 4. The appearance of the Time Guardian, and before the rift closed completely, a tall shadow emerged from it, 2 meters long, wearing a cloak with symbols unlike any time period, and its eyes weren't light, but rather moving timelines. He stood in front of Zennar, said in a trembling voice, "Finally, we've found someone who can open the path." Zennar took a step back. "Who are you?" The shadow replied, "I am the guardian of the 7 times." A few seconds of silence passed. Rayana asked, her voice shaking, "Are we in danger?" The guardian of time said, "The danger has already begun, and the fall is only 7 crossings away." The 3 froze. Rimal asked, "What will fall?" The guardian reached out and opened a small crack. A single line appeared, the timeline itself, cracking. He spoke the sentence that would change everything. "All times will collapse at once." End of episode. The light went out, the gate fell silent, and the guardian of time vanished, leaving a narrow trail of timelines behind. Zennar stood in the middle of the station, his medallion glowing, his voice steady. If all of time he'll collapse, I'm the one who'll stop him. His hand gripped the metal tight.